All right.
And the one that doesn't make any 3 pays for it.
Oh, that's perfect.
So one that gets, sorry, we'll go 3 out of 3. So you get 3 out of 3, you win. If you get 2 out of 3, if you don't make any.
Y'all look a little
65,
nervous.
65. No way he's getting 65.
Hey, Sidekicks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Sidekicks podcast. Christian Vasquez here, and today with me I have Christian Quintana, Jamie Lovegrove, and my brother Estevan Vasquez coming to you guys from Optic HQ.
What's going on, boys? How are we?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Good so
How was your
far.
weekend, Quintana?
Good.
Yeah.
Toasty, but good.
Yeah. Get up to much?
Yeah.
For a legend over here, huh? Did you play this weekend?
I played a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I think I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chino, Esty, how's your weekend, boys?
It was good. You know, spend it like every other weekend at the fields, whether it's coaching or playing. We both luckily got to, and thankfully got to play and coach this weekend. I took a tough result from my girls this weekend. It's just part of what it is for the game. And we actually play in the UPSL 1, Division 1, and we had a game. And as Sidekicks, we also, still try to stay active in the off season. So we had a game yesterday, and I got to play with Christian, but we played about 7 minutes, and then it got delayed, and then delayed until it got canceled. And well, at the end of the day, we didn't get to finish the game, but we were winning 1-0, so it was looking to be a positive result so far.
But which is nice about it, right, is that there's more guys from the team that play in the same team with you boys, right? Who else plays on the team in your UPSL team?
Right now, we have Anthony Powell that is out with us, Isa Romero, Oscar Romero. Yeah, we have a few players that are out. I feel like we're still building connections. We're still building chemistry, whether it's outdoor, indoor. That's something that, within experiences, it's whether we can take it from off the field, from outdoor, indoor. If we can build our connection, I think it's going to help us for the incoming season for Sidekicks.
For sure.
Well, what do you prefer to do during the off season? Just indoor or go back to outdoor?
I preferably would like to do more indoor in the off season, just because that's something that it consists of our career. It's just a little more difficult to find a little, more indoor playing. I guess outdoor gets a little bigger when the cold gets done, right? When we're in indoor season, it's going through the winter, right? So a lot of people are playing indoor and not too much outdoor going on. But as we finish season, we're going into the spring, summer. So a lot of tournaments, a lot of things are coming back up. So I just feel like outdoor just is a little more accessible in the off season. But
They have the leagues that are outdoor are thriving in the summertime. All the college kids are back in town, so you have the semi-pro leagues and all that good stuff. So once that hits hard, I think it's really easy to find a lot of players. I mean, even around the country, a lot of players from other indoor teams that are playing outdoor in the UPSL, MPSL, and all that good stuff. So it's just good to keep in shape and be playing with the group.
It goes from competition during the summer, goes like outdoor really, really high because all the college kids come back, and I guess a good competition
Games
for
are
us.
hard, bro. Like they're not easy games. I mean, I remember when I played for Vaqueros way back when with Nick and all of those guys. With some of the games we had, Denton, those games were hard, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, I would agree. They're competitive.
But it's good. I always think it's good to be about anyway. I think it's good to do as much as you can. Obviously, you hit a rest period after the season's done, right? And then you go back into it. You start slowly, get back into it. We're older now, so you gotta be careful. But you know what I mean? Like, I always think that touching the ball is always, it don't matter where you do it, how you do it, especially like now, like on the teams that I play for now, or if I do play for now, I am like the oldest guy. Yeah. And like the youngsters running around, it makes it so much easier. Honestly, it really does.
You just got to be the mind behind the ball.
And sometimes I'm not the mind, I'm getting out. That's take me out. I'm done. But no, I think that, anytime you're doing stuff, and it's always good. But Quintana, tell us about your little training business that you have over there in the 4-0 place, right? Your little skills business, right?
Yeah, so it's just pretty much a training program for any of the kids that are around the area. We just try to come up with
Get
a
out and
really,
train with Quintana. Do
really,
it.
really good group of coaches, that are really popular around the area. We have, you guys know Michelle Garbini, it's pretty much a legend in MLS, FC Dallas in North Texas. Then, I have Alex Molano also, and myself and some other guys that want to join the group. So it's just pretty much to create something different, not just skills like you see everywhere. Just pretty much try to create complete players that come in and come out from the program.
Sounds like you got a real experienced staff. All players that played top level professional.
Yeah, and that's what the idea was to not to be the same as everybody else, just to create a really good group like me and Jamie had when we were at the pit. We had a pretty experienced staff that played all the way from Champions League, Europe, all the way to MLS, MASL, top players that have been through everything pretty much, and use that experience to guide the next generations pretty much.
So I guess personally, I think it's always interesting to hear when somebody has like their own business, their own thing going on. Because that's all what we're trying to fight for and do. I guess my question for you, Quintana, would be, with you running those private sessions and start like doing your own business and stuff, what is one of the challenges you've run across most, or one of the biggest challenges you've had to deal with, maybe with, I don't know, maybe players, maybe breaking down the game to certain players? I don't know if it's, I don't know, in any aspect, right? What's something that you would say has been a challenge?
Yeah, I think the challenge right now that we're facing, is not just to bring big names to the program, but a lot of people don't know who those big names are. A lot of the generations don't even know who Michelle is, or who Alex Molano is, or don't know who I am. They haven't watched soccer many years, and they don't really know who they are. So that's the challenge for us to get to know everyone out there, and for everyone to know us. That way, they know that we are offering something great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty much the challenge right now. But after that, everything has been easy. A lot of players have come. They like the program. So I try to give ideas from what me and Jamie had in the past to this new time, and I think it's gonna work pretty well.
That's good.
So, talk about it. Cowboys lost, Chino. What do you think?
We don't
picked the
Jamie,
worst
we're
person
gonna skip over that topic. We gonna no, I'm just kidding. We don't talk about
unfortunately, the Cowboys lost, but you picked the worst person to ask about it. I didn't watch the game. We were playing, so we were receiving updates while we were warming up, and it was an unfortunate result.
Big fan of NFL, SD?
Yeah, I like the NFL. Played a little bit of football when I was younger. Wasn't huge on football. It was more like you had you wanted to get like a splinter out. You wanted to just do it with your friends, have fun. But the NFL, I definitely enjoy it, especially being us being professional athletes. You can definitely come to appreciate other sports and what goes into their bodies and how they compete and everything, and to see it, whether it's the NBA, the NFL, whatever it may be. Definitely a fan. Cowboys fan for sure. I know that goes all sorts of ways and up and down roller coaster, but we started off well and strong. We had a little hiccup yesterday, but it's part of it. It is what it is.
How do you guys see the NFL back in the UK?
I mean, you have to watch it at like 2:00 in the morning because of the time difference, right? If it's 8 o'clock kickoff here.
You guys try to play around or anything for fun? No?
Bro, there's no helmets in England. There's a bike helmet. That's about it. No, honestly, like there is, hey, how crazy is this, right? There is a European league. There's a European American Football League. Yeah. There's a couple of big teams in like Germany, like Holland, Amsterdam has one, Berlin has one.
Yeah.
England, I don't think has any, because all we're going to do is kick it instead of throw it. You know what I mean? But talking off kicking, right? I saw it the other day. The kid that kicks for the Cowboys now played in Plano, grew up playing soccer.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
So he missed his first kick, and then after that, he's made all the other ones. How far do you think you can kick an American football, Chino? Big game, pressure's on the line, Super Bowl. We're putting you in at what distance? And you're
Never-
guaranteed you're going to make it. Like,
never having kicked a
no,
football
of
like
course, why
that.
not? Just go, throw you in, coach.
I don't even know how far the actual like kick goes when you score.
All right, so a guy yesterday for Arizona kicked 64,
No
63, 64, something like that, yards.
Oh, I'm hitting 65 for sure.
Yeah?
Nah.
You think so? Hey,
How
we're
about-
coming
but-
back to try this.
65. We'll get the
65.
No, no, no.
In.
Stay tuned.
65. I can
Our,
probably
our
give me
next
a good
podcast
50.
is gonna go ahead and
Give
be
me,
on the field.
give me a good
Check it
50
out.
yards.
50? 50?
50 yards.
Nah, I'm
So
just kidding. I don't know about 65.
50's middle of the 50's middle of the field. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's on the 40.
Well, no, because then
No,
you,
it's on the 40. So
because then
60's
you still
middle
got
of the
10
field.
yards
Yeah.
of the end zone.
So on the 40-yard line, it matters. We're putting you in and you're scoring.
I'm kicking like my
You're
life
scoring?
depended
Is that
on
what you
it.
call it? Huh?
I'm kicking so hard that I'm flying
Big guys
with the ball.
running at you.
I mean, the way I see it almost is like whenever you've played on a field that's lined out with a football field and a soccer field.
Bro,
on
it's
the
a
same
different
field.
ball. Don't even get me started on that.
I'm
You're
just,
not-
I
you're-
know,
it's a
I'm
different
just
ball.
looking at the.
I
You also
100%.
see the distance,
Yeah.
right?
You can ping it with football, like our football.
Yeah.
But this one, like this, ooh, it's going to be close, bro.
It's different. It's different. I don't
Okay,
know.
check
It's tough.
out. We're going to go to a field, us four, and we're going to try it.
See
How far you think you
who
can hit
kicks
it?
the farthest.
I reckon 55 minimum I've got. I reckon.
Minimum.
Minimum 55.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think so. I hope
I
so.
mean, personally, we will have to
Okay,
see.
so,
it, but
Hey,
so,
we're gonna have
so
to
what are you
check.
going? You're going 50?
50, yeah. 50.
50?
I'm
You're going
going
65.
60. I'll go 65. I'll go 65 for sure.
65. So
I'll go
3
65.
attempts. 3 attempts. See if we can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Stay
at it.
tuned. We're going to get it done.
Loser buys lunch.
Loser buys lunch.
So yeah, perfect. Hey, and then the one that kicked the farthest gets to pick where.
Sure.
Yeah? Perfect.
Sure.
All right.
And the one that doesn't make any 3 pays for it.
Oh, that's perfect.
So one that gets all, so we'll go 3 out of 3. So you get 3 out of 3, you win. If you get 2 out of 3, if you don't make any,
Y'all look a
you're
little
65.
nervous.
You're 65. No way he's getting 65.
Oh.
No way. No
Oh,
way.
okay,
I'm
okay,
put you
okay.
down. I'm getting
Hey,
your head
hey,
already.
hey, hey.
55
What's
minimum.
crazy-
And then I'll
hey,
make the
hey.
first one and then I'll go back 5.
You know how hard it is to hit a football?
Hey, I love
It's
it.
hard.
When,
It's
I love
hard.
it when they don't believe in me.
It's hard.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
We'll
it.
see.
I love it. Hey, that's gonna be sad.
I
when
tried
y'all get
out.
put
I
wrong
tried out
in
as
front
a
of
kicker when
everybody.
I was in high school, and I kicked the holder
The T.
Yeah.
instead of the ball.
The holder goes that way, the ball goes up in the air.
Hey, they catch it and run it back. And you just see the orange the holder go flying.
Quintana looking like that. The ball's behind him, going for a touchdown.
He's celebrating.
Oh, man.
it's too much. Eh?
So obviously, new guidance this season. Some of us have been at the kick rounds, some of us haven't. What do you think so far? Like, honestly, like, what do you think? Like, do you think anything's changed from last year to this year or even in previous years? I mean, you've been with us now for, how long have you been with us with the
2
Sidekicks?
seasons.
2 seasons?
Yeah.
You've been 2 seasons?
Yeah, with Sidekicks.
You were,
is
what
my
are we
third
at now?
season, yeah.
Where were you at?
This is gonna be my 8th.
8th season? So is any standout difference? Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Hey, he's up there with me.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
How many seasons do you have, Jamie? You're if
In
anything,
the season. Like,
right now,
career-wise?
if I'm not mistaken, you are the player as of right now on the team that I think has the most veteranship of Sidekicks. How many seasons do you have with the club?
With the club, I think it's 8-2. I think it's 8-2. But I didn't play the
Okay.
COVID year, so it might only be 7.
Yeah, I played the COVID year,
You
but
played
I
the
didn't.
COVID
I
year.
didn't play a year when
Before,
I
when
got
I
injured.
started. Yeah,
when
yeah.
I got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
So
7 or 8.
Both of you guys are up there. Right?
But this is my 11th season in Indo. Starting.
Okay, yeah. 11th season overall.
Mhm.
8 of them being with
I
Sidekicks.
think it's 8. Yeah, I think it's 8.
Okay, hey, that's to be honest, that sounds good. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to have a long career, right? And I think going on anywhere from 8 to 11 seasons is definitely long. And for most of your guys' career to be at one place, I mean, that's big. It's great. I mean, it shows that the club backs you guys. You guys definitely support the club. You guys believe in the club, and it's something that we want. Personally, myself, this is going to be my third season with Sidekicks, fourth season in the league, and it's just still nice to be able to see and learn from players that have been in this league much longer.
Yeah.
So
Shoot,
definitely good.
you can find some videos of Jamie in Sidekicks gear almost 10 years, I'm sure, and the purple Sidekick stuff on YouTube if you look hard enough on the internet. But I mean, I know for a fact that you can find some videos of you playing with Kylie and stuff like that, who are now on our coaching staff. You know, back kind of looping back around to your question. Right off the bat, you know, seeing Kylie, Ed, and Terry, the expectations are different. You know, right off the bat, they're already demanding certain things from us, starting with our fitness and the style that they're already trying to look for, even though it's just kick arounds. You know what I mean? So it's a refreshing view on the indoor game. Everybody's got experience, and more than anything, they have this desire to really make sure that we're working the way that they want us to work. So it's fun so far. You know, we get to see some of the talent that Coach Ed is looking to bring in, and some of the guys that are coming back. But right away, we're taking the fitness thing serious.
That's been a blow. That's been hard.
It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. But I think one of the best things that I've heard is the things that you don't want to do the most are the things that you got to do the most.
Yeah, 100%.
So I know the fitness is tough, the running is tough, and like Christian said, we are they're definitely having high expectations for us. So I think it's gonna be a tough preseason, but I think that we're gonna be flying when season come to start. You know, when we get there, we're going to be exactly where we want to be. And you know, part of that, the coaching staff, is they're setting goals for us that are completely realistic and achievable, and we want to shoot for that and much higher. And more than anything, they're going to hold everybody accountable, and I think that's important. And more than anything, they're definitely bringing knowledge to the game. As kick-arounds is not training, you know, so there's only so much they can do, but you can see spurts and moments where they're trying to feed off this knowledge and this information about the game that's going to definitely develop you and not you, but the person and the team. And I think it's great. I'm excited for the season. I'm excited with the coaching staff, and I think it's going to be good.
A lot of experience. Well,
experience, you just is learning all the time, right? You know, and even like when we've had conversations with the coaching staff and they're asking me about stuff that I know, I still think I've got more room to learn. And like we're talking about, I'm in my 11th season. Like there's some minor details that can make us so successful. And if you don't know them, you gotta make sure you understand them. And, you know, I played with Kylie, and my God, that guy was a machine. It was still incredible. Yeah. You know, leading, he's putting us all in the right situations. I played with Ed too, and been around Terry for a long time as well. And I think there's always good to have experiences and talk about your experiences, because there's just knowledge at the end of the day, right? And we all want to be successful. You know, I think we all can sit here and say we weren't very happy with how everything was last year, as far as our contribution to it, right? You know, I felt like I could have done more. I think we all hold each other accountable where we know we could have done more on and off the field, right? But you know, I think that hopefully it breeds success. You know, I'm excited. I haven't been excited for a while, you know, honestly. So I hope that we can get the ball going straight away, right? And beat the big teams. Let's go for it. You know what I mean? So, but talking about indoor, first game, debut. Run me through what it was like to finally play your first indoor game, because mine was incredible. Like honestly, my first game was the opening season when 2014 we played Harrisburg Heat, and I was awful, like terrible. Like I'm telling you, like I couldn't pass, I couldn't do anything. I had no idea what was going on, and I went up to the coach at the time, was Tattoo, and I said, if you don't ever play me again, I get it. I was that bad. But one thing that I felt like in that moment was a big thing, was I had experience around me to help me through that situation, right? You know, I was one of 3 rookies at the time. Quintana was training with us, but me, Cody, Ellis, and Sean Bellamy were in that team. And then the rest of them were all experienced guys. So kind of what was your debut like? Do you remember your debut vividly?
Yeah. So my debut was against Chihuahua in Chihuahua.
Hui.
Yeah.
Tough one,
yeah. So, I mean, we were in the season. I remember knowing that it's just one of the toughest teams in the league. I mean, right away they were in the running. They were playing in San Diego in the final, I think it was that year. So top team, first year in the league, super hard to play in their arena, in their field, because they're, you know, they have the small arena. The fans are loud and insane, and it's just a whole atmosphere, you know. So for me to get my debut in the league and to do it against a team like that, it was awesome. And then just to go, and I think it was my second shift, roll my ankle. I did it myself, watching a ball, trying to take a step, roll my ankle, fall onto the ground, get up, try to play it off like it was, and get myself off the field, make sure I'm good to go, and ended up, we played a doubleheader that weekend. So I just had to make sure that it was ready to go for both games. But it was just like, that was my start in the league against Chihuahua, rolling my ankle, second shift.
Looking out.
It was great.
And the thing is with those, it's like
You can't do nothing on an ankle.
you do something like that, it's something so little, but then you're feeling it for the rest of the game, you know, because how you not gonna feel your ankle when you're doing nothing but running? Quintana, I think you're next.
My first game was against Monterey here in Dallas.
That's two.
That was my first game. My first shift, I think I was switching with I think it was Kylie or either Cody. So I go in 30 seconds in, and my legs just started to get really, really heavy. Because you go in and, you know, it's right away sprint. Up and down, and I'm already dead, you know. 30 seconds in, and I'm tired. And I'm already asking for a sub. So as soon as I come off, I tell Fabinho, I'm dead. Like, I'm tired. I just came in with my first shift and I'm dead. He's like, no, just relax, stretch, you know. Just get used to it and then go back in and it's going to go away. After 2 or 3 shifts, it went away. But it just made me realize that doesn't matter how much you're training on your fitness, you know, hours and hours of running, you go in there for 1 minute and a half and you can die right away. Like
you find yourself in a bad situation.
Your energy just goes from here to zero right away.
Yeah, and if you get caught in a bad moment where you didn't sub at the right time and now you're caught defending, now that minute and a half shift turns into a 2.5 minute shift. And now you were in red before, now you're in purple.
People don't understand how brutal it is. Like
it's hard.
You don't know until you have to go in and sprint for 90 seconds. And then when you are done sprinting for the 90 seconds and you gave it your all and you look for a sub and sucks, you have to wait another 45 seconds because you don't have the ball and you got to chase somebody that's purposely trying to take advantage of that. It's brutal. So it's a great factor.
I mean, it's a lot of fitness. A lot of people don't understand that for us to be able to last a minute and a half every single time you go in, it takes a lot of months of preparation, just running, fitness, a lot of sprints all the time.
Yeah.
And just to be able to last a minute and a half or even less, you know, when you go in.
Yeah, so for sure.
You, last but not least, debut.
My debut, you were actually there.
I was.
You played.
Yeah. It wasn't with this organization though, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was not with this organization. It was with a different one. But, you know, still had my debut. It was something unexpected. The other keeper was warming up, you know, getting some work in. He had just had, I don't know if it was a crash or something, maybe a practice or last game where it was questionable if he had a concussion or not. And so he starts warming up and, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I think I'm getting him going. You know, he seemed like he's good to go. And then next thing you know, we're halfway through the warm-up and he looks at me and says, I can't. And, you know, time to put him on and let's go. So even then, I had to warm up within those 10, 15 minutes. And I started against Monterrey at Flash at our home out here, which was good. But at that time, Monterrey was also
4-3, right? No, is it 4-3?
We ended, I think, that game.
It
might have been
10,
like 8-6,
10-8.
10-8.
We
lost
game.
by 2. But
That was the game that Brad scored that Chilena.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. I thought you started in the one that we had during the day. It was like that 12 o'clock kickoff.
Oh,
and
no.
all the school came. Remember that one?
Yeah, no, not that one.
No, I thought you was that one.
But yeah, you know, it was a great experience. Definitely against a tough opponent, tough team. It was great. I ended up, you know, I felt like I did well. I felt like I definitely earned an opportunity to definitely keep fighting and earn more playing time. And I think it was a game that we fought against one of the top teams. So at the end of the day, we didn't win on my debut, but it was something that I felt like it was a good moment. It was a good time, and more than anything, I definitely took a lot from it.
So let's go into the next little bit here. Let's think about it. So personal goals, because you always have to set one, right? You always have to start the season. You always have to think about what you're going to achieve in the season, why, how, and all of that good stuff. So what would be a personal goal for you going into this next season with the Sidekicks? It's hard to be a keeper, obviously, right? Because you can't keep a clean sheet because it's impossible to do that in indoor.
Yeah, I think personal goal. I think I set two of them. One of them is before season. I want to hit, make sure I make the weight that I want to make. Drop weight, make sure I'm as healthy as can be. So that way, as we go into season, there's no trying to catch up. There's no trying to get right. And I think if I'm at 100 or 120 with my body, it's gonna make it easier to be able to do my job. So for my before season goal is to drop weight, make sure I'm good and healthy, wise, as in no injuries, no nothing, taking care of myself. And goal in season is, believe it or not, I want to try to make sure that when it comes down to goals, I don't want to. Like, it's hard to, as a keeper, to say, I don't want to get scored on more than this and that, because you really don't want to get scored on at all.
Yeah.
Right? But I just want to be able to make sure that my goal is to keep the team in the games that are needed. If mistakes are made, to make sure I learn from them and not make the similar mistakes. So for me, it's going to be this season. I know the opportunity is going to be presented to me. So just to make sure that when I'm on that field, to know that I'm doing my role, I'm playing my part, and I think that's part of the game. If everybody can play their role and do their part, we'll get to where we want to be. We'll be successful. And I think as a goalkeeper, I have a big role and a big part in this game, especially in indoor. So my goal is to make sure that I'm keeping the team inside of every game.
Yep.
By making the saves that I need to save. Of course, I will get scored on, but just to try to make sure I minimize those to goals that maybe you applaud, right? That were good goals, that were earned, not given.
Yeah.
So I would say those are my two goals.
Quintana, personal goals for you this season?
No, just stay healthy, away from injuries, but also, try to be on one of the top defenders of the league. That's pretty much what I have always worked for. Aim to be one of the top ones. I don't know, top 10, top 20, doesn't matter. As long as I'm in the list, fine by me. That's pretty much it.
Chino?
Yeah. I think for us, more than anything, I want to speak about team goals first, and it'll be playoffs. For us, that we're gonna come in hot. I know that we're all gonna come in with the energy to not repeat. Right. But I mean, individually, I want to, like you said, want to make sure that we're working towards being one of the best defenders in the league.
Yeah.
It'll be my third season. I feel like every season I've been more and more comfortable. I feel myself making strides there, but I mean, get some good blocks in to make sure that they're not getting shots off, considering that's the stats used to quantify the defenders
for sure
in the league. So get plenty of blocks in and assists more than goals. I want to be able to help get blocks and create plays for our teammates to do that. And I think in indoor, to be able to contribute both offensively and defensively would, I think, be the biggest way that I can help the team this year.
For sure.
What about you, my man? What about your goals?
15 goals, 15 assists minimum.
I like it.
Minimum.
I like it.
My intention.
We go for 15 goals, 15 assists.
Yeah.
I think that's a good mark. That's definitely something attainable and realistic.
I hope so. No, I feel like, going into last year, I felt like there was so much more I could have done to help put us in moments, and taking the extra time this summer and now going forward to try and make sure that first things first, I'm fit and healthy. Last year was a rough one for me because obviously, as you boys know, I ripped my hamstring and had surgery and was touch and go if I was even going to make it back. So now I feel good. Feel like I'm back to normal Jamie Lovegrove. So we'll see what happens from there. But I want to make sure that we can win as many games as we can, and I think by doing that, it's being a little bit selfish with creating the assists and creating the goals for our group. So that's what I'm going to try to do, buddy.
Hey man, we're with you. We support you. Hopefully, hopefully we can help you create some of those, even from me. If I could give you a assist to a goal or two, then let's do that. But I mean, that's good. I think I think we're gonna have a good season. I'm excited. I'm excited with the coaching staff. I'm excited with the players that are returning. And with the new additions that are gonna come. I think it's gonna be an exciting season, and I think we'll definitely give our fans something entertaining to keep coming to watch and keep coming to support. We want to build a fan base that is true to the club. That whether we're doing good or bad, they're with us. And because in this game, there's roller coasters. We're gonna have good moments. We're gonna have bad moments. But to be able to create a culture and an environment where we have fans that are going to be there all the time, we got to be able to do something to give that to them. We got to make sure we're doing our part, and I think we're definitely going to get that this season.
Last question. You could play against any team in the final. Give it the fan base, give it the stadium, give it whatever it would be. Wishful thinking, obviously. But where would you play? Against who? Go.
For me, I think I would like
it could be any arena against a different team, right? It doesn't have to be, it could be San Diego's arena, or it can be the arena we're behind. Right here. Why not?
Call me crazy.
Go for it. Crazy.
But I like Milwaukee's arena.
Yeah?
I like the black turf. I think when we played them 2 seasons ago, when we made playoffs, we played them the very last game of the season. And when that happened, they had to beat us in order to get to playoffs.
Yep.
And they had a lot of fans there. And
7,000, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Big
a couple thousand. I think it was a good environment. It was a good stadium. I like the black turf. It's different. So I would like to play there. And I would personally, myself, I would either like to play San Diego or I would like to play against Chihuahua.
Yeah.
I think those 2 teams, Chihuahua is a team with an exciting style of play. It's a team that you can never count them out of the fight. You can be beating them and they're going to still keep going. So in a final, that's what you want. You want somebody that's, going to be exciting to fight and play in that game. And then San Diego is just, for them, their style and their organization and structure of the game is good. That what they're going to bring is going to be top level. So I think for me in the final, I would want to play against some of the top, some of the top teams,
for sure.
And I think those are two of the teams that I would
so
like
Milwaukee's
to see.
arena versus arena, San Diego or Chihuahua.
That's just
me.
Yeah. What about you?
Home. I'd love to play at home, and I would. In a final where it means probably a little bit more, I'll play Mesquite. Why not? Why not play a hometown rival, play our arena? I think, I'm not no wishful thinking or anything like that, but that would be where I would, if I could win it and do it that way too, I think it would be exactly like that. I'd love to do it at hometown.
Yeah, that would be a clásico.
Play them, and then if it wasn't them, it would be San Diego again. I think they're the best of the best. There's no doubt about it. I think Chihuahua obviously won it last year, but I had experiences of playing on the other side for a team like San Diego, and I'm telling you, it was one of the best experiences I'm ever gonna enjoy in my career. And so I have close connections with those guys, but no, I'd say take them to Allen, Mesquite.
But now you're making me look bad.
Why?
I thought we were talking about.
Here's your question. Hey, you could be anywhere. Your answer is your answer, brother.
You're right.
I can't help you with that. Chino, where you going? Chino?
I think just to not give the San Diego answer, I'd say at home, and I'd redo the Never Say Die series and do say Tacoma. Tacoma at home would be a nice way to bring a championship back to Dallas the same way we brought it in the 80s.
Interesting.
That would be nice, huh?
That would be nice, huh?
Champ?
I would do San Diego in San Diego.
San Diego. Yeah? At the new stadium or the old stadium? Because they built a new one, right?
I knew they were building one, but did they finish it?
I don't think it's ready for this season yet. I don't think so. It might be. Nice area. Carlsbad.
So brand new stadium.
Brand new stadium.
That's nice.
I think
it must be nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's in I think it's in Carlsbad. I think it's way up there in the nice area too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be legit.
Yeah, I took my boys to San Diego to play Surf Cup in the summer.
Yeah.
And
what's up, Sidekicks fans? Hey, just to let you know, we had some technical issues with episode 7. Stay tuned for the field goal kicking challenge. See you soon.